before I start this video, I just want to let everybody know that this is not in Disney's opinions or their views. This is all my own views and opinions on the job since I've been working here as a character attendant, and I just want to get that out there for you guys. Thank you. Hey guys, what's up? I'm going to film a sit-down video today. Whoop whoop, whoop whoop. That's right. Today's video is going to be all about being a character attendant at Walt Disney World. Yes. So today's video is going to be what it's like being a character attendant at Walt Disney World. So I am based at Epcot. My home park is Epcot, and I am so thankful for that. I love Epcot so much. I'm even wearing, hold on, I'm wearing my Flower and Garden Festival shirt, ta-da, because I love Epcot so much. So when I first found out that I was going to be at Epcot as an attendant, I was kind of nervous because Epcot's not my favorite park, and so I was like, but honestly, I started thinking about it, and especially now that I've been working there, I realized that that is such a blessing because Epcot is so diversified. It's amazing. You have so many different types of characters. You have princesses, you have Mickey and Minnie, you have Baymax, you have Inside Out. You have so many types of characters, and it's great because it gives you so much to work with, and it helps you find out what you like. And that is the biggest thing I think about being a character attendant, is because you are universally trained, so you can work at all 4 parks, most of the hotels, and sometimes even water parks too. And it's easy to get caught up in the idea of wanting to work with everybody. And I really wanted to work with everybody, and there's some people that I really wanted to work with that now I'm not so sure about, because I don't want to pick up shifts that I know I'm not going to go home with happy with, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes it just doesn't work out for you that way, and everybody has their own taste. Some people love working certain locations, and some people hate those locations. It just depends on who you are, and I can honestly, like, there is not one location that everybody hates or everybody loves, because everybody has different taste. And so you will find what you like. I have found what I like. I still have yet to work at Magic Kingdom. I'm actually picking up a shift there next week, so that will be my first time working there. I wanted to go ahead and film this video just because I want to put this out there for you guys. What it's like being a character attendant at Walt Disney World. So let's start with training. So when I found out I was being an attendant for training, you have, after traditions, you have 4 days of training. You have your first day of core, your second day of core, your third day of core, and then on the 4th day you have core plus. Some days have, and some people have 4 days of core and then a core day plus on the 5th day, but that just depends on how your training goes and how your trainers are, but most people have 4 days of training. So your first day of training is basically classwork. You are inside a room almost all day long, and you are learning the basics of being a character attendant. You take lots of notes, you watch lots of videos, you learn how to do the job. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. And then on the second day of core, you get to work with characters. What? I know, right? Okay, guys, it's crazy. I know, because they like throw you in there. You have 1 9-hour day of training, and then bam, you're doing it the next day. So on my second day of training, I got to work with 3 characters. That's right, because there is 4 sets outside, and we got to do all 4, but there was a lot of attendance and not that many characters that wanted to come out to play that day. So we had super greeters. So I super greeted for 1 set, where I just talked to people outside, told them what was going on. And then for the other sets, I worked with Mickey Mouse. He was my very first character. I worked with Rabbit, Yellow Rabbit from Winnie the Pooh. And for my third one was Winnie the Pooh himself. That's right, those were my first 3 characters. I'm using my character attendant voice when I'm like, please stand right upside that curb for me, guys, all the way up against that curb. Thank you very much. You will use that a lot. Yes. So those were my first 3 characters, and I had so much fun. Oh my god. When I started training and I walked in that door, I just knew I was in the right place. I just had a feeling that everything it was all supposed to like come together. It was, sorry, this was like a magical moment, and like, but like, look at my ears. They're like on top of my head. Ooh, now they're not. Now they're not. Now they are. Anyways, I just knew I was where I was supposed to be, and I was so happy, and I had the best 3 days. And oh, here's some advice. When you are training to be a character attendant, make a group chat, whether it's text message, Snapchat, GroupMe, whatever. Make a group chat with the people in your training group, because they will become your friends. They will become your best friends, because in entertainment, it is very hard to make friends. And I know that's sad. I mean, it is sad, but it is true, because you're always working with different people. You hardly ever work with the same attendants twice, and you're hardly with the same characters every single day because you're all over the place. So it's really hard to work with the same people multiple times. But I found a few that I have. Once you find your niche and your place, you tend to work with some people over and over again, which is great. That's why I have found my places. That's one reason why I like them so much, is because we all work there. But yeah, the people in my training group, Gregory was in my attendant training group, and we're like best friends now. We're so close, and I love going to the parks with her, and I hope that we continue to stay friends after our programs end, and I'm pretty sure we will. And I also have tons of other friends that I've made through that, and like tons of fun coworkers and everything. Like, I love Ty Carlos. He was in my group. I love Sarah. And I still keep up with Amanda a little bit. And there's some other people too that I like keep following them. Like, we've not hung out or anything, but I follow them. And it's like nice to see how everybody's progressed and see how everybody else has found their home. And it's really cool. It's just, but make a group chat for that. Anyways, going back. Day number 3. You also work with characters again. That's right. So my 3rd day, I worked with Rabbit again, and then I worked with Mr. Smee. I love him. What a cutie. And then I worked with Donald Duck as well. So it was a great little time, great old time. Training is so much fun, and like, it's hard, but it's fun. And then like after training, you feel like you can take on the world, honestly. So then going on to day 4, Core Plus is a day where you go to your home park. So for me, I should add, training all happens at Epcot. Training for attendants happen at Epcot, in the different pavilions and everything. But for Core Plus, you go to your home park. And my home park is Epcot, but it's like a more in-depth tour of Epcot. And everybody else has their home park tour as well. But mine was at Epcot, obviously. And so basically they just take you around to every single character meet and greet location and your break room where you go when you're not with your characters and all that kind of stuff. And it's really fun. And it's a lot of information. Like, you thought you got a lot of information on day 1. Day 4, you get so much information. And it's like important stuff, because it's stuff you gotta remember, or else, you're not gonna make it to work with the right character at the right time, and it's a lot. But there are the people at base, character base, are very nice. They're like captains and managers and everything. And you just go up to them and you're like, hey, I've never worked this shift before. Can you help me out? And they're like, yeah. And they give you like lots of tips and how to get there the fastest. And it's great. And you eventually learn your way. There was a long time where I was taking a very long route to get to a place. And then one day I walked with another attendant who seemed very friendly, and she showed me that there's a lot quicker way for sure, and now we're friends. Her name is Danielle. She's also an attendant. She did fall 2018, and she's extended into the spring. She's really cool. She's very sweet, and if it wasn't for her, I'd still be taking that really long route to get to some of my locations. Yeah, so it's just, be nice to people. They'll be nice back to you. So yeah, that's basically training. You also wear your attendant costume for all 4 days. All 4 days. That's right. I'm not going to tell you what really happened in training, because then I'd be teaching you how to be an attendant, and that's their job. That is not my job. So yeah, but being an attendant is so amazing. And this is my main thing I have to say about it. People talk about how awful it is closing the line, and it is. It sucks. It really does suck, but don't let that scare you into not putting interest in being an attendant, because the amount of things people have said to me when I'm closing my line could not even compare to how amazing my day has been. And it gets to the point where I don't care what they say, honestly. Like, I've heard it 1,000 times. It just goes, I'm like, sometimes I don't even hear what they have to say, and I know that sounds bad, but because I know it's just another thing. But the thing is, it doesn't matter. Pluto has to go get his treats. You know, he's hungry. He's got to go. Mickey has his date with Minnie that he has to get to, or else Minnie will get mad, you know? Alice has to go to her tea party, or else the Queen of Hearts will be off with her head, and that is not good. It doesn't matter what goes on, what they say, because it's your job to make sure the character gets back to where they need to go on time. And it gets to honestly, after one day of like working where I had to close the line, I was good. After that, nothing can bother me, honestly. So it literally just takes like a day to get over the fear, and then you're good. And it's so much fun. Oh, so much fun. Do not let the line scare you. Don't let it scare you, because it is so much more, the job is so much more than closing the line. It is making magical moments while the character is making magical moments. When you're lucky enough to have a character where you don't have to close the line, or you don't have to close the line yet, you get to talk to people, and you can give out stickers, and you can make magical moments, and you can ask about their favorite ride that they've been on, and you can just have the best day ever. And it's just, it's the best day ever, every single day. I love it so much. And not to mention the costume is so cute and looks so good on me. I just love it. You will have your bad days. And that's when you learn shifts that you don't want to do, that you're not cut out for, yada, yada, yada. But don't let them stop you. I had one day on my third week out of training, after I had the best weeks ever. It was amazing. I was having so much fun. And I came home and I just started bawling my eyes out. And I called my mom and I cried even more. And then I called my dad and I cried even more. And I called my sister and I cried even more. I just could not stop crying because it was the worst day ever. And you'll have bad days like that, but you get over it, because the next day will be amazing. It just keeps getting better.